Hey guys, I decided that I was going to do a second video just while I had the time. It's just like, I think it's 10 or 11 questions that I have down, that I've frequently asked about beauty school and things that have to do with beauty school. If it sparks up any other questions that come into mind, just, comment below and ask me and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Great, so, first question is, are there requirements to get into beauty school? It basically, a lot of things boil down to, it depends on what beauty school you're going to. I go to a private beauty school and there were no requirements to get in. With age, you have to be, I think it's 16 or older, like you can't be younger than that. Okay, the length of the course. Depending on what you're studying, with regard to myself, I'm doing a international diploma of beauty therapy. So it's taking me a year to do it, which is studying full time. It also basically depends on where you go, how long it's going to take. Some places take 3 years, others take like 6 months to get cert for. It basically just depends on the college you go to and the qualification you want. And then obviously if you're studying part-time or full-time. Right, the typical cost of a beauty course, it again depends on where you live, also if it's a private school or if it isn't, and then what you're studying. It can range anything from $5,000, well for me I'm in Australia, so anything from $5,000 to $15,000. I know mine was just over 15,000. So yeah. It depends as well. If you're studying certificates, it's a lot cheaper than doing a diploma, and vice versa. The curriculum. At the moment, I'm not quite sure about other beauty schools' curriculums, but basically how ours goes is you do theory and practical work. You do tests every week. Yeah, there's not much more I can really say about that. You're learning manicures, pedicures. Some places don't do acrylics and gels anymore because it's beauty therapy and it's not really always required in a salon these days. A lot of people just want manicures and pedicures if they do want anything done to their hands and feet. There's different kinds of massage, so that's your full body massage, your aromatherapy, hot stone, yeah, all those sort of things. You learn how to use the electrical equipment, microdermabrasion, different things like that, facials. Basically anything and everything to do with spa therapy you learn about. Do beauty schools place graduates in jobs? Some places do, I know that. Other places don't. And like the place that I go to, it's a very well-known diploma. So you do have people from different countries, even in Australia, that are owners of beauty salons or spas around the world or the country, coming, to the beauty schools and asking them if they have any students that are almost done that are wanting to, maybe get into their salon and stuff like that. So they don't always, you know, they don't always come. So it just depends on time and luck and the school you go to. With work experience, you can choose to do work experience in a salon, and you may be asked to stay on in that salon once you've finished your work experience and you've graduated and you have your qualification. You may be asked to stay at that salon, or they could just be a salon that's doing your beauty school a favor by taking on students with your work experience. Some beauty schools, like the one I go to, it's a school and a salon or a spa, so you can actually do your work experience in the spa that's right there, like in the school, which is really cool. Or you can choose to go and do work experience outside of that spa. some colleges let you do it at home, so you have to sort of fork out a whole bunch of money to get your own stuff and your own clients, which is also great because you build a client base if you want to be working within the country. How to choose what beauty school you go to? It just depends on things like what you're interested in studying, where you live, if you want to go to a public or private school, the types of qualifications you want, um, if you find a place that has a popular certificate like I did, or diploma like I did, it all depends on you and what you want, what you can afford, what you're looking for. With regard to age, a lot of people usually ask whether they're too old to get into beauty, which is not true. We have mothers in our class. I think I'm one of the youngest, being 18, and the oldest is probably about 38, I think. So there's quite a broad range. You're never too old to get into beauty at all. Um, the graduation requirements, I know that with regard to tests that we do weekly, we have to get 70% and above, and if we don't, then we have to resit the test. So a lot of the graduation requirements are really high because obviously you're working with people, you're dealing with their health, you need to know what you're doing. Like I recently learned that you can't actually give a pedicure to someone who is a diabetic because you run the risk of cutting into their skin, and that could cause a lot of problems, and they could have either their toe, their foot, or their leg amputated. So that's really, really bad. What to expect from beauty school? Depending on where you're going again, you need to expect to constantly be working and constantly be studying, because if you give it a week or two and you don't study, you're going to be seriously behind. Let's see. Working with real people. Some people usually ask when they get to work with real people. It's basically from day one. You either pair it up with people in your class, or you get sort of clients coming in, and they're just models for what you're doing. I know that when I did my nail course, before I started studying, we had a lot of the salon that I did my course in had a list of models that they used to call to come in to do nails, and then they don't pay for it at all. Some salons, however, depending on the treatments, will charge a lot less for new models to come in. So if people want, cheaper treatments, they basically get on that list. And then, yeah, that's all the questions I had. If you guys have any more questions, just post them below. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy watching the videos and you want to see more. If you guys have any ideas of what I should do next, please, post them below as well. Comment, and yeah, let me know how things are going. See ya.